All right, we're back. Um, Sorry, I had to reset the whole thing and just to make sure it works properly. Okay, yeah, we're good now. We're good. Welcome back again. Let's go straight into it. I don't want to waste your time. I wake up every day, hoping that when you look into this whole world of internet, you think you're gonna find information that is very healthy. But unfortunately, there's hardly any kind of healthy information you can find online today. Almost none. It's kind of extremely sad that, these so-called the people that we call these world leaders, they do some of the most fuckery, the most degenerate shit you could ever think about in your life. Okay? And of all things that we could tamper with, of everything that we could destroy, we are getting closer every day on how we're gonna destroy ourselves. Literally every day we're gonna give ourselves the rope to hang ourselves. I mean, that's exactly what's gonna happen. Because this has to be one of the most scariest shit I've ever seen in my life. Literally. This has to be, if not the most scariest things I've ever seen in my life. Literally. Ladies and gentlemen, the Dutch government just passed a law that will allow they should start using embryos to grow human being. I want to say this again. They've just passed a law that is going to allow them to grow human being from the lab. I'm not exaggerating, because the word they're going to use is for research purposes. So one of my questions is that, so have we run out of women all over the world? Have we run out of women all over the world that this need to be something that we have to do? What is the need to produce another human being out of another man? What kind of deformity are we trying to experience with? I mean, you literally cannot make this shit up. Let me show you what I'm talking about before you think I'm just making this shit up. Where's my screen? Look at that. Let me scroll it down so you can read it yourself again one more time. The Dutch PM approves bill to grow embryos for medical research. Like I said previously, before I got interrupted, if you go on YouTube, you will find a video of a factory that builds baby in a tube. They're not even hiding it. And this is why there's a lot of propaganda against men and women. I knew there had to be a reason. Because the kind of hatred that we have for ourselves today, it's fucking unbelievable. And look at when they approved this bill. On the 16th of December 2025. Were you aware? Because we're busy scrolling TikTok and Facebook and we're looking at big asses and all this shit. But while they approving bills to allow the growth of embryos. Now, if you wonder that, but legs is not that bad. Now, let's read. Read with me if you can speak English. I speak very little English. English is not my first language. So I have an accent. You can laugh. I can laugh. Let's read. The Tweede Kamer, the lower house of the Dutch parliament, has approved the D66 and the VVD bill, permitting embryos to be grown for scientific research. My question is that, have we run out of women in the world? Have we run out of women in the world that it requires for you to test embryos for scientific reasons? The initiators of the bill hope it will result in the medical advances, enhancing IV procedures and allowing hereditary diseases to be detected earlier. Prior to the vote, the Christian Unity, the SGP, voiced strong opposition to the proposal. Of course, why would you want to tamper with humanity? It always is white people. I swear to God, you cannot make this shit up. Because the topic was sensitive for certain parties, the Christian Union requested roll call votes. These allow each member of the parliament to cast a vote on a proposal individual. Henry Bontembal stated ahead of the votes that CDA had wrestled with the proposal and debated it extensively. In the end, most Christian Democrats voted in favor, but the party leader stressed that given the moral sensitivity of the issue, CDA MPs were free to oppose the bill, a choice some members exercised. Following the vote, the CDA posted a comprehensive explanation on its website outlining why most of its members supported the bill. We recognize that the law may be at odds with this sanctity of early life of early life. However, we believe that when done extremely carefully, you see that? When done extremely carefully, you cannot make this shit up. Preventing serious suffering and saving lives can outweigh this concern. Preventing. So this is the justification why they're doing this. Okay? This is it. This is the justification why they pass the bill. When done extremely carefully, preventing serious suffering and saving lives can outweigh this concern. So, preventing sufferings and saving lives. How about stop building bombs? Wait. How about increase the salary the people were making? How about pass a law that there's no more war in this world? How about pass the law so that we can have more food to eat? How about you pass law to make life much more conducive for people to exist? How about you pass the law to make our lives a fucking decent thing to be at? But you would rather invest money to go create embryos so you can repopulate the earth by extracting the cell of a man with another man to create it a woman. This is why I said the other day, people think I was just off my head. This is going to be the extension of the Western society. I'm telling you, you will see. Karma is a bitch. See, for people who don't know, when we talk about, world destruction, bruh, go and check the Deutsch. What they've done to this world. You'll be amazed. In fact, you will be really, really amazed because you don't read this shit in the news. You don't read it in your book. You obviously don't understand how this kind of medical science research works. No, you can shove that theory. You can shove it right into your ass. Why are they playing God? Why? So have we run out of women? What kind of disease, what kind of suffering are they trying to prevent that is making them pass a law that will allow this fuckery shit to commence in the first place? Why? What is the justification? Chicago Fly, tell me. What is the justification for this? Why are we playing God? Why? Why are we deliberately tampering with nature? If you think I'm lying, go on YouTube as you're on YouTube right now. Scroll, go and search. You will find there is a video for years. They have a factory where they're making babies out of a tube. Go and check it if you think I'm lying. It's on this YouTube here. Maybe they've taken it down, but I made a video about it, I think it was last year or 2 years ago. Why are they playing God? Why? Back to the same shenanigan. So the justification for them is that when done extremely carefully, preventing serious suffering and saving lives outweighs this concern. So that is the justification why they're going to start messing with embryos. Really? You cannot make this shit up. I swear to God. You cannot make this shit up. The statement concludes. That is the justification. The bill was approved by a significant majority with the 90 PMs voting in favor and 59 voting against. The bill will be discussed and voted by, I can't pronounce it, Kammer, the Dutch Senate. Miriam Baker of Christian defended our opposition by voting. The law opens a door. We cannot fully predict what will come through it. SGP added that the proposal treats early human life as mere test materials and urged, in doing so, we anchor on a power research for our creator, the author of life. Didn't I just say the same thing? Didn't I just say the same thing? During the last week coalition formation debate, the Christian and SGP signaled that their readiness to work with the future coalition would, in part, be influenced by how the vote is on bill turnout. Vote on these bills turn out. I can't even spell. I'm so pissed off, man. The Dutch Patient Association expressed disappointment with the decision. According to the director, this marks as a shift. Life is being cultivated for instrumental purposes. Bam! How about that? Dragonfly. At least they're more educated than I. Life is being cultivated. Playing God. We are not stupid here. I don't need to go to fuck. I don't need bachelor's degree or master's degree to know this is some fuckery shit. Life is being cultivated for instrumental purposes. What are those purposes? We've seen what happens in the Epstein Island. There's a law allegedly that they're turning people to pizza. The focus is no longer, you see, the focus is no longer on the embryo's life itself, but on its role in scientific research. Really? I'm not going to pronounce his name. Uzkevled acknowledged that the research aims like preventing hereditary disease can be worthwhile. What kind of disease can be what? How about we have a clean planet so we can stop having some fucking disease? Some people will always have disease. There's nothing you can do about it. Like, what the fuck is this? However, the goal does not justify the means. I understand the need for research, but should human life be sacrificed for it? That's exactly my point. That is effectively what is happening. This law allows us to decide which embryos are allowed to develop and which are treated as instruments. It concerns developing human life. That is exactly my fucking point. We are playing God. Why? I'm telling you, listen. If you're Sarah from Germany, you better find yourself some Asian, some black men that your culture is about to eradicate themselves. Yeah. They're gonna eradicate themselves. With the way they're going, yeah. You think I'm lying? You think this is some bullshit? Let me show you a video of a man. You understand? Let me show you a video of a man. I want you to listen to what this man says. Maybe his accent will give the justification that it requires. Listen to this man tell you exactly what is happening. In Deutsch. Let me use it. Listen to this. Listen.
This is an emergency SOS call from the Netherlands. All hope is lost. Please save us. I'm calling on the international community to do something about the extreme disease that is in charge of the Netherlands. Just tonight, our parliament discussed a new law that will allow two men to donate DNA material to create a joint embryo out of two men, meaning a child born of two men, and will also allow a single person to mate with themselves to produce a self-fertilized egg and then create a child with only one biological parent. This comes after the Netherlands legalized gay marriage, after we had the first gay prime minister, after we invented the Dutch protocol, which is an unscientific, unproven way of castrating a man and then giving him a fake vagina with tissue from out of his ass. I'm not kidding about that. We're allowing euthanasia of children from ages 12 and up, and 16 and 17-year-olds can have themselves euthanized without their parental consent. We are also allowing, under the Groningen Protocol, the euthanasia of children up to 1 year old. So if you don't like your child, you can get rid of it after it's been born. Of course, we have abortion up to birth, right? We had the world's first pedophile party taking part in our elections. My God, I can't do this anymore.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think we're living in hell. I think we're living in hell. We are living in hell. It doesn't make any kind of fucking sense. This doesn't make any fucking sense. We are living in hell. We are living in hell. For people who don't know, when we have conversation, we always talk about Germany. But I can tell you that some of the most despicable thing that has ever transpired in this world, the Deutsch, they have their hand in the cookie jar too. You understand? We need, this is a universal thing. This is not if you really want to coexist for the rest of, stop overacting, you don't know. No, this is hell, bro. I don't give a shit what you say. Because, like I've said many times, we have completely lost humanity. What is the justification why you want to take an embryo out of a man, then you take it from another man to create a woman? While the way nature look at everything that's ever reproduced on the planet of this earth. The female sex is the one that brings life into this world. Because they have a role to play. The role they're playing is something that nature has designed them for. For crying out sake, why do you want to take that away from them? Why? Are you daft? Why are they trying to take what comes natural to women? Why are they trying to take it away? Why are we seeking alternative to something that doesn't require any alternative? It's already working. I mean, you cannot make this shit up. With all the technology that we have, with all the resources that we have, it's not about making food more accessible for the world. It's not about making life much more better for the world. It's not about fixing a lot of the immediate health crisis that we have. But you're worrying about the one that we don't have. To be the justification on why you're going to play God. We are playing God now. Literally. Research my fucking ass. Pause. No Didi. I mean, you cannot make this shit up. I mean, this shit is scary like a mother sucker. This shit is scary like a fucking mother sucker. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't think you truly understand this. This is not some firm or some businesses. This is a government people have passed the law to allow the extraction of embryo out of a man with another man to create a life. Why? Oh, we are living in hell. This is hell, man. You can't change my mind. This is hell. We are living in hell already. You cannot make this shit up. To what benefit would it do when we take away what the opposite sex is designed for? Why? Because we want to eliminate some. You understand? Yeah, I'm telling you, that shit too is another thing. Let me rewind it again and play it for those who are just coming in and didn't hear it. Listen.
This is an emergency SOS call from the Netherlands. All hope is lost. Please save us. I'm calling on the international community to do something about the extreme disease that is in charge of the Netherlands. Just tonight, our parliament discussed a new law that will allow two men to donate DNA material to create a joint embryo out of two men, meaning a child born of two men. And will also allow a single person to mate with themselves to produce a self-fertilized egg and then create a child with only one biological parent. This comes after the Netherlands legalized gay marriage, after we had the first gay prime minister, after we invented the Dutch protocol, which is an unscientific, unproven way of castrating a man and then giving him a fake vagina with tissue from out of his ass. I'm not kidding about that. We're allowing euthanasia of children from ages 12 and up, and 16 and 17-year-olds can have themselves euthanized without their parental consent. We are also allowing, under the Groningen protocol, the euthanasia of children up to 1 year old. So if you don't like your child, you can get rid of it after it's been born. Of course, we have abortion up to birth, right? We had the world's first pedophile party taking part in our elections. My God, I can't do this anymore. I wasn't born to grow up in this Sodom and Gomorrah of the world. I am of the opinion that this country needs to be vaporized. And I hereby call upon President Donald Trump, on President Putin of Russia, and the Ayatollah of Iran to point your nuclear rockets at this country and blast it to shits. Away with this. This cannot heal without first bombing it to the ground.
I mean, what can you say? Somebody wrote, it said, a clone is a child with one biological parents by definition. That's exactly what they're trying to do. Because if you look beyond, this is just my deciphering mind is really going to this. So this is allegedly to help people who are from same-sex marriage, they can have their own kids. That's why they're passing this law. They've just passed a law that would enable same-sex marriage for them to have their own kids. We're talking about you're going to bring life into this world in the most unhealthy way. You see what I'm talking about? I mean, this Western society, I mean, if I'm talking degenerate, can't even begin to explain it. So the good ones out of you guys need to get out there and do something about this shit, man. I mean, this shit is scary like a mother sucker. I mean, you literally cannot make this shit up. You cannot make this shit up. I mean, We haven't run out of women. We literally still have billions of women out there who is even wanting to be a parent. But no. They would rather extract embryos from another man. Do you know that is deformity? Because I'm looking at one idiot now telling me that, what the fuck, bro? You shouldn't be allowed to infringe on others' right. Like, really? How about we do this? You understand? How about this? How about that once they have that kid, that one that you don't want them to tamper with, they should go and sleep with your son, with your daughter. How about that? They should go and sleep with your son and with your daughter. Maybe that will resonate a little bit better with you. Yeah. They should have babies with your sons and with your daughters. Those kids made out of two men. Huh? You see, this is the thing again. A lot of people, you want to kiss ass so much. Huh? I ain't kissing no fucking ass. In this world, you have to take a stand. Don't be too coward of an individual for you to say that because you don't want to hurt somebody's feelings. Fuck that. Have you seen what happens back in those days when they used to force, when kings used to commit incest in their family just because they don't want somebody from an outside to come and tamper with the bloodline? You see the kind of damage is created? Go and do your research. Google it. I seriously do not understand. Huh? How does this have anything to do with same-sex couple having kids? Are you retarded or what? Listen.
This is an emergency SOS call from the Netherlands. All hope is lost. Please save us. I'm calling on the international community to do something about the extreme disease that is in charge of the Netherlands. Just tonight, our parliament discussed a new law that will allow two men to donate DNA material to create a joint embryo out of two men, meaning a child born of two men.
Does that answer the question for you? Tell me, I want you to open your mind, because a lot of people refuse to open their mind. You're trying to make this conversation like it's some homophobic conversation. You're very stupid for doing that. Open your mind and open your ears. Where in nature do you see two male coming together to reproduce a life? I'm waiting, I'm hearing. Where in nature, show me the living species on the planet of this earth that two male will come together. Huh? Two male will come together and reproduce a life. This is when, I think they should come and clean us all up, man. This is fucked. This is fucked up. Yeah, this is fucked up.
Also allowing, under the Groningen Protocol, the euthanasia of children up to 1 year old. So if you don't like your child, you can get rid of it after it's been born. Of course, we have abortion up to birth, right? We had the world's first pedophile party taking part in our elections. My God, I can't do this anymore. I wasn't born to grow up in this Sodom and Gomorrah of the world. I am of the opinion that this country needs to be vaporized. And I hereby call upon President Donald Trump, on President Putin of Russia, and the Ayatollah of Iran to point your nuclear rockets at this country and blast it to shits. Away with this. This cannot heal without first bombing it to the ground. My country of the Netherlands allows euthanizing young people, even teenagers. In fact, even children ages 12 to 15 are allowed to be euthanized, and children ages 16 and 17 are allowed to have themselves euthanized without parental consent. Of all the people in the Netherlands in the past few years, under age 30, who have been euthanized, it turns out, however, according to this magazine for psychiatry, that 74% of them were women, and 75% of the patients killed were autistic. Are you kidding me? Are we seriously euthanizing autistic females now because they have trouble starting life, because they are depressed or traumatized? That's like saying we should euthanize every teenager in a wheelchair. But we don't do that. We don't euthanize teenagers or young people under age 30 when they've lost a leg or a limb. No, then we help them. Then we provide them with care. Why can't we do that for autistic women? Why are we killing them with euthanasia? I can't understand this anymore. The world is just too evil and something needs to stop. But luckily, in the Netherlands, in fact, the majority of psychiatrists who are supposed to approve or even perform the euthanasia refuse to do so for young people. Young people meaning anybody under age 25. The magazine I just showed you, the psychiatry magazine, argues that people under age 25 should no longer be allowed to be euthanized in the Netherlands. Also, in 2024, 14 other psychiatrists wrote a letter to the public prosecutor of the Netherlands after a case of a 17-year-old girl who was euthanized, that her euthanasia should not have happened because she was not considered decision competent. This is another odd thing. The majority of psychiatrists in the Netherlands does not think we should euthanize young people for depression or trauma and so on. But the state does, and that's the weird thing. The state system, the government says that it should be allowed and should happen, and even promotes it. The government, for example, aired a documentary on its national television channels where a case of such a girl being euthanized was presented as something as being desirable, as something dignified even, but did not address the other side of the story, namely that the majority of psychiatrists opposed it. The government then, I think, is involved in something else, because one of the prominent euthanasia doctors in the Netherlands, who performs these euthanasias on teenage girls, autistic girls apparently, is also a public proponent of organ donation after euthanasia.
Wow.
I mean, so you don't even need to wait till 10 minutes. There's only one living species on the planet of this earth as a male that who can actually reproduce. Is a sea creature. I think is a dragon horse or whatever it is. Is the only living creature, living organism that the only male species. In fact, because it apparently has a pouch on the inside. That's where the egg stays then until then it looks like he is giving birth. No, the eggs is stored in him. Go on, read it. I've read about it. You understand? And this is what I'm saying is that you guys, man, there's some fuckery shit going on in this world. Like some sadistic shit is going on in this world. I have a lot of friends in Netherlands. I'm scared like a motherfucker to go there now. I'm gonna put it on my list because this is some next level shit. This is some next level shit. Like why? Why do we have to do this? Why, of everything we're dealing with in this world, why? Why are we playing with nature? Why are we tampering? A man and a woman. We combine our resources together. We bring life. That is how nature has been. Every living creature on the planet, as he said, that is how you come to life. Because there is a lot of things that is coming out of the woman that you cannot get. I mean, why? I knew it because it doesn't make any sense. The propaganda machine is so fucking powerful that it's so a seed in a lot of people's mind that it cannot be removed. What fucking justification that is so magnitude to the point you would pass a law that will officially allow two men to submit the embryo and for you to develop a life out of it? What is the fucking justification? What? What is the fucking justification? Sickness? How about you make my life and a woman's life better so we can stop stressing and producing kids out of trauma, out of pain, out of frustration? Give us good food. Even though the water that we drink is poison, the food that we eat is not organic. Every tool that we eat, that we buy every day, that we consume into our body, which is a machine itself, is filtered with all kind of chemical components that is not written in the description of the package. Why? Now, it's not even enough. Now they need to play God. And this is why I think in Germany, there is a place now in Germany that you can go. You don't need to sleep with a woman no more. Just go there and whack off on an AI humanoid. Pause. Blech. And it's going to be accepted. I don't even think Jesus wants to come to this shenanigans. Sorry, Jesus doesn't want to come here. This guy, this 491, I don't think you're listening. You're not listening. And I think some people just listen to respond. They don't listen to comprehend. You understand? No, this is not, you see? This is how donkey some people are. Let me show you. Go and find this article. This is the article. You think this is some fucking stupid propaganda? You think I'm gonna do that? This is the bill right there, and I'm gonna highlight the bill. Go and find this article and play it yourself. I just click the article, and this is it. Okay? And this is it. You understand? And this is it. I saw this article before I went to find the video. Okay? A parliament majority within the reach, a parliament majority is within the reach for D66 and VVD proposal to allow scientists to cultivate human embryos for research purposes. You think I'm just one of those people that's looking for clout? Tweede Kamer, a lower house of the Dutch parliament, discussed the bill on Wednesday, and it appears it can likely count of a support of the 75 parliamentaries on one seat short of a majority. When this bill was last discussed in September, there was still considerable resistance in the Tweede Kamer. The composition of the Kamer changed since the parliamentary election, and one of the biggest opponents, the NSC, within 20 seats, disappeared from the parliament altogether. The CDA is now also open for expanding the possibilities for embryo research, if under strict condition. If the Christian Democrats can be convinced, the bill will have majority. What the hell are you talking about? Go to the Dutch government. This is from a Dutch website. This is not mine. Go to the Dutch parliament, the government, and go and research it yourself. You think I'm lying? I found the article before I went to find the video. You know the funniest thing? That was the only video. That was the only man that really said anything about it. There's nobody else is talking about it. Why? We are cooked. You guys are cooked, not me. I'm good. I don't need to worry at all. Under such current Dutch law, scientists can only use embryos left over from IVF treatment for research. But these embryos are typically too old for scientific research. Scientists want to know more about the first hours and the days after fertilization, expecting that this knowledge could help couples who are currently unable to conceive. The conservative Christians and the far-right parties are vehemently against the bill. Christians party SGP and Christian believe that embryos are human beings from the moment of conception and should be protected. Why did they need to worry? Well, I mean, it's crazy. The PVV and the PVD thinks the bill is a slippery slope towards designer babies. I don't understand why the information is right in your face and a lot of people still want to argue it. You think I'm bullshitting? Let me find a video of the, I showed this about a year or two ago. Oh, they have to remove this video. Aha, there you go. Let me show you, ladies and gentlemen.
Per year.
And I'm going to give you the proof. This video was made 3 years ago. And the video I've seen over 3.5 million views. This is the video that I was talking about. Now, let me know if this is a lie. Right? It's on YouTube here. Watch it.
Introducing Ectolife, the world's first artificial womb facility, powered entirely by renewable energy. Ectolife allows infertile couple to conceive a baby and become the true biological parents of their own offspring. It's a perfect solution for women who had their uterus surgically removed due to cancer or other complications. With Ectolife, premature births and C-sections will be a thing of the past. Ectolife is designed to help countries that are suffering from severe population decline, including Japan, Bulgaria, South Korea, and many others. The facility features 75 highly equipped labs. Each state-of-the-art lab can accommodate up to 400 growth pods or artificial wombs. Every pod is designed to replicate the exact conditions that exist inside the mother's uterus. A single building can incubate up to 30,000 lab-grown babies per year. Ectolife allows your baby to develop in an infection-free environment. The pods are made of materials that prevent germs from sticking to their surfaces. Every growth pod features sensors that can monitor your baby's vital signs, including heartbeat, temperature, blood pressure, breathing rate, and oxygen saturation.
Do you believe me now? Huh? Do you believe me now? This video was made 3 years ago. The article I just wrote passed into the Dutch law and on the 16th of December 2025. So which means is that all these conspiracy theories that we've been dealing with all this time, there seems to be some truth in them. There seems to be some truth in all this conspiracy theory. Because this is a factory. This factory, it has a lot of, it's not just one place.
The artificial intelligence-based system also monitors the physical features of your baby and reports any potential genetic abnormalities. The pods are equipped with a screen that displays real-time data on the developmental progress of your baby. These data are sent directly to your phone so you can track your baby's health from the comfort of your zone. The app also provides you with a high-resolution live view of your baby's development.
I don't want to show this video. It looks like I'm promoting propaganda. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. If you don't believe me, go and watch the video by yourself. Go and watch the video by yourself. If you think I'm lying. But ladies and gentlemen, this has always been in the making. Because it begins to make a lot of sense to me why there is this constant men ain't shit, women ain't shit. So what do you think is going to happen when two men start combining the embryos together for them to start having babies? What are the women going to do? I am one of those individuals that I've seen these years ago. I see the projection, how things are going, and I can decipher it straight away. I said, this shit doesn't add up. Something is wrong somewhere. Because now, women, you don't need to be pregnant no more. Why should you be pregnant? We'll put your eggs in a tube for you. But the baby, everything that the baby needs to have from you is going to be stripped away. Because your baby won't even know your heartbeat. This, I knew it. Something wasn't adding up. I'm like, this is on you. The video I just showed right there is on YouTube. Go on, find it. So technically, that video was 3 years ago. With what we know what technology is today, do you think there's a chance that they might have already made a couple of babies like that right now? So all these theories about clone babies, clone people, they ain't lying. Yeah. This is not a lie no more, man. This is not a lie no more. For me, anyone that doesn't agree that this is a serious possibility, I hope one day your sons and your daughter end up sleeping with this humanoid, end up having babies with them, and whatever problem will come with it, so be it. You go and deal with it, because that's the consequences of your ignorance and your lack of accepting that this is something that is going on. I mean, you can't make this shit up. I said it the other day. I said, Western society, if you guys are not careful, you guys are going to completely eradicate yourself. And day by day, you guys keep doing it one after the other. Number one is the wars. People don't know. Holland is one of those countries that did a lot of fuckery shit around the world. Everybody focus in the UK. The UK have nothing on Holland. Holland was fucked. Belgium was the same. Yes, they're literally making a whole new set of human beings. And those human beings, they will end up being your son-in-law, your father, your daughter-in-law. They will end up being your girlfriend, your side chick. Yeah. So continue this oblivion. I don't think it's just a fantasy. Nah. You're going to buy one. I mean, you're going to meet one. Yeah, you're going to meet one. In Japan, the women ain't having kids. In South Korea, the women ain't having kids. In China now, it's becoming an epidemic. Throughout Europe, it's an epidemic. America is an epidemic. And the solution to this problem is for them to combine an embryo of a man with another man to make babies, because that's a solution we come to. We'll remove one aspect of life because we love them so much. We don't want to bore them. We don't want to stress them with pregnancy. We'll rather make the baby in a tube. And remember, this is part of the conspiracy theories that somebody shared a couple of while ago. You know, the neuroplants that they'll put in your head. You want to tell me that they can't do this already when they're still making the baby out of the artificial egg? These are the people that we aspire. You know, our leaders. You know, I've told you, they're next into the devil. Literally. The biggest crooks on the planet of this earth, ladies and gentlemen, they don't wear hoodies and they wear suits. They're the biggest criminals on the planet of this earth, and it's not even close. They wear the nice suits, they speak eloquently, they can articulate themselves, they have all the master's degree, all the PhD in this world. They are the greatest criminals that the world has ever produced. And you want to be like them. You want to look like them. You want to sound like them. You want to talk like them. You want to go to those islands just like them. Look into your own soul. Every prediction that I've made has been coming true. You understand? Yeah, they want to have this war. It's okay. They should continue doing it. I don't have any problem. The thing is that you cannot replace me. You cannot replace me, and you will not replace me. The Western society need to have a Jesus moment. You understand? They need to have a Jesus moment. So, yeah. Imagine you putting a chip in a baby that is already still in the egg, which you can control them. Everything is powered by AI. These babies are powered by AI, controlled by AI. AI is going to monitor them for them. So technically, Jesus Christ. But it's crazy though. It's crazy. Thank you, Hurricane. You can try and convince yourself. You're not convincing me. I see what I see, and I can decipher what I see. Because you can see the pattern. Just look back. You will see it's adding up now. It's making a lot of sense. There's an influx talks about AI is going to do this. AI is going to do that. AI. They keep shoving AI into our mouth every day. I knew, because at the end of the day, if you spend over $1 to $2 or $3 trillion into AI, it's business. You want to make your money somehow. Then start thinking, what kind of product are you going to produce that's going to benefit the rest of the world for you to be able to make money back and make some profit? Start thinking. Hold on a second. Not everybody will have billions of dollars for them to buy the most expensive AI product. How about I think about something that is so very, very personal to people? Hey. One of the largest business organizations in this world that doesn't see any kind of regulation is human donor, body donor. Donate your kidney or donate your ass. They're the most unregulated industry on the planet of this earth. Do you know what they charge for a kidney of a human being? You understand? But unfortunately, we live in a time whereby we keep you keep getting fooled by this propaganda machine that they are. The leaders who so called the leaders. You understand? They don't come out there to pass information right, to pass out the correct information. It was the same thing they did with America. They did the same thing in Germany. In Germany, I don't know if they passed a law in January or they're going to pass the law that men are not allowed now to travel beyond 3 months out of Germany. I talked about this a couple of days ago. In Germany, men are not now allowed to travel outside the country more than 3 months because they need to know where you're going to. Why? Throughout Europe, they've been passing all kind of laws like that to kind of boost the military. Why? Then another thing again, some of us are dumb things. You're going to buy them. Nah, it's not going to buy them in the house. I think the damage is gonna do a lot of damage, both physically, mentally, and psychologically for the next generation. The generation before us, they don't give a flying toss. They are the ones that want to live forever. You understand? And whatever money they borrow today, you, me, we pay for it tomorrow. That is how it's always been. That's why debt gets transferred from one generation to the other. Responsibility from previous generation is passed on to the next generation to deal with it. It's just crisis management after another crisis management. It's what we deal with every day. Tell me what part of this world today is debt free and see what the society looks like. Because as soon as America will show up. Oh, we discover you have a problem. Then they will offer you solution at the same time. But that solution will cost you a lot of money that you can use to buy a lot of weapon. It's the same old format. The same old playbook. It's just designed differently, but it has the same outcome. The same format, the same playbook, it always ends up having the same outcome. The same time. Find a way to get as much as you can without expending any kind of resources out of you. That's how the system has always been. So you can tell me it's a fact. I don't, even though it's a fake news, why is it in the news? Why would they deliberately want to put a fake news about extracting embryo out of a man with another man to make a child? Why? What are they testing? Let's assume it's fake news. Fake news, like Trump would say, fake news. Because news come from China. Fake news. Let's say it's fake news. Why would they want to put a fake news like that? Why? To enrage emotion? To see how people are going to take it like, oh, I think that's not a bad idea. Whereby a woman is not allowed to be pregnant no more, that a woman is better off. Give me your egg. Take the egg of a man and put it in a baby machine. Let AI produce our baby for us. Would that be a better alternative? I think that, don't you think so? 491? I think that's much more better. How about you take an embryo out of me, take embryo out of a woman, put it together, and put it in a factory whereby AI can grow our baby for us? Is that a better alternative? Let's say it's fake news. Fake news. It's fake news. Tell me, is that a better alternative? Why are people so stubborn? Something is right. They're not hiding it no more. They're literally telling us exactly what they're going to do every day. And all this is just for you to be aware. I'm not here to change your mind. Believe whatever you want to believe. Exactly. They want to see how people are going to take it. Let's assume it's fake news. So they're doing this because they want to test the temperature and see how people are going to take it. I don't want a world whereby a man and a man is going to pass on the embryo to make a child. That is deformative. Do I take a stand? Am I being homophobic? No. I don't want a world where my sons and my daughters is going to marry or be with another man that had kid, not with a woman, but with another man. No, I don't want that. Because that is not healthy. I can promise you, there's a lot of genes. They are going to marry a lot of... Yeah! I don't know, maybe they need to create a special village or a special country for them to be there. Because that's the only way it's going to work. Because I don't know how it's going to work. I don't know. But this is the shit that is going on now. And why I kind of had to believe it, because I struggle to take anything serious on social media, is that they passed this law in December. They passed the law in December. Because let me show you the article again. So for those who are a little bit more, it's fake news. Okay. This is it. All right. Initially, if I go back, go and check it. If you think I'm lying. You understand? This is it. The Dutch PMs approved the bill to grow embryos for medical research. That was the headline. You would think it has something to do with IVF. No. But when you open it, this is the bill. When you open the bill, artificial insemination. Artificial insemination. Tell me what is artificial in this world that is as good as something that is organic. I like to debate these idiots who think they're so educated because they went to some fucking stupid school that they give you all this stupid information, but you can't critically think to your own head. Why people just deliberately want to be stupid and dumb, or what is it? Artificial insemination. The parliamentary majority incite for cultivating embryos for research. And this is what they do. They use very flexible terms so that you can digest it, so it doesn't sound too crazy. But when you go down and read it, a parliamentary majority is within the reach for a D66 and VVD proposal to allow scientists to cultivate human embryos for research purposes. If you just read that at the start, you think that, it's just for research purposes. They're not doing anything wrong. The Tweede Kamer, the lower house of the Dutch parliament, discussed the bill on Wednesday, and it appears that it's likely count on the support of 75 parliamentaries, one seat short of a majority. When this bill last discussed in September, there's still consideration resistance in the Tweede Kamer, but the composition of the Kamer changed since the parliamentary election. So since the election, everything changed because there was a new minister. Take that. Keep that at the back of your mind. Since there was election, the opinion suddenly changed. One of the biggest opponents, the NSC with 20 seats, disappeared from the parliament altogether. They just vanished. The CDA is now also opening and expanding the possibilities for embryo research if under strict condition. If the Christian Democrats are convinced the bill will have majority. Is this all based on morals or money? See, now we are discussing now. I said this the other day, and I'm sorry to say this. I'm not being mean or being mean-spirited. I'm not. The Western society, the way I see it, is like the concept of morality. There is no more morality in the Western society. There is none. None. Because there's no more selflessness. There's nothing but selfishness. You can't be moral and be selfless. No, it's selfishness, greed, power, control. The 7 deadliest sins is what is surrounding this world like a plague. Look at that. They said, if the Christian Democrats can be convinced. So the only people that was holding it down were the Christian Democrats. Shout out to the Christian Democrats. They tried, but they failed because it's passed into the law. The bill have a majority. Scrolling down. Under the current Dutch law, scientists can only use embryos left from VIV treatments for research, according to the law. But these embryos, are typically too old for specific. Ladies and gentlemen, let's decipher that. Specific research. What kind of specific research do you need to do that? And from an IVF clinic, when you get free eggs and everything, but because they did, but you have a specific research you need to do. What kind of research could that be? You see the way they write these terms? You read things, but you don't try to decipher what they're not trying to say. Specific research. Scientists want to know. You understand? Scientists, this shit is good, man. This is it, because that idiot is arguing with me online. Scientists want to know more about the first hours and days after, not before, after fertilization. Scientists want to know before, no, they want to know the first few hours and days after fertilization. So they want the thing to be fresh, hot. Like Snoop will say, drop it like it's hot. They want you to drop it like it's hot. Expecting that this knowledge could help couples who are currently unable to conceive. Then when you scroll up, when you scroll down, there's a place there that really kind of shook me. Now, this is why they oppose it in the first place. They said the conservative Christian and the far right parties are vehemently against the bill. Like, why is that so difficult to comprehend? Against the bill, Christians parties, the SGP and the Christian Uni, believe that the embryos are human beings from the moment of conception and should be protected. The far right PV and the FVD think the bill is slippery slope towards the Zionist baby. The special research was to design a baby. Then why the hell do you want to design a baby? Huh?
Wait a minute. Who are you?
I don't know. Why do you want to design a baby? What do you want to design a baby for? And why should you design a baby? For what purpose do you intend to invest a lot of resources for you to design a baby? Does a baby require designing? Do you need to design a baby? But the initiator believed that the proposal has enough safeguards to prevent this. It didn't. In addition to the D66, why don't you just put 666? I really want to know where they get these terms from. These D66s and the VVD. Let me check this. I want to check what it means. So D66 is Democrat 66. Stands social, progressive, and strongly pro-European. Emphasize on individual freedoms, education, environmental stabilities, and innovation. VVD, People's Party for Freedom and Democracy. Starts from conservative liberals, often considered centered right. Focus on economic liberalism, free trade, lower taxes. So they're a political party. In addition to the D60s and the VVD, announced that the support for the bill on Wednesday. If other left-wing parties like the PVD and the vote also supports the proposal, it stands at a seat of 75 seats. The CDA could be swing vote for the first time. The Christian Democrats opened the door to supporting the bill. Unlike the other Christian parties, Kamal Crew believes that it's permissible to strike a balance between protecting embryos and preventing serious suffering. I include childlessness in that. He said on Wednesday he also doesn't believe that the amendment will open a door that can never be closed again. He also doesn't believe, sorry, my bad. Because I'm not wearing my glasses. He also doesn't believe the amendment will open a door that can never be closed again. He also doesn't believe that once that door is open, it can never be closed again. Let that sink into your head. But he couldn't give a unanimous answer to how the CDA could vote. He couldn't give a unanimous answer because they squeeze him in like a mother sucker, you better vote yes. If you don't vote yes, we'll take your resources from you. This is the shit. I don't even know this is the word end or whatever it is. But this is sickening at every level you could ever think about. Out of all the war shit we're dealing with, the cost of living, because America has their nuts right in their hand with Iran. Russia too is going to war. In Africa, they fucking deal with Africa. Africa is like a second. Once America is done now, I'm telling you for a fact, before the end of this year, America will go to war again with another country. You bet it. America will go to war again with another country before the end of this year. You watch. They will start looking for trouble. It's just part of their repertoire. They cannot help themselves. You understand? The economy is backed by credit. A. Because the only thing, and I keep saying this, you might not like me. You might not want to follow me or subscribe to me. But I'll tell you, the Western society, go back over since the 1600s. It's the only thing they've ever known, the only thing they've built the economy on was divide and conquer. They have, once they discover weaponry, guns, once they discover weaponry, that is how they've been making the money since the 1600s. Gun has always been the tool, the justification for suppression all over the world. Holland did it. Portugal did it. France did it. The UK did it. Then America took it. You understand? Yes, DT is gonna. He's already made up his mind already. Once this is done with Iran, he's going to Cuba. Cuba just need to lay down and take it in the ass. Pause. No Didi. There's nothing Cuba can do about it. It's the same pattern. If you go back from 1600, the Dutch, the Portuguese, the Spanish, the UK, now America, it's been the same old format. It's never like going to a particular place or building something that will benefit in terms of trade. One thing they've always used this gun to do is to seek leverage wherever they go. I'm going to threaten you that I'm going to bomb you. Then you better kiss my ass. And if you don't kiss my ass, I will look for every conniving way I can find on the planet of this earth to justify why I'm going to attack you. It's not doing business in good faith. It's never been. Since the 1600, the Western civilization has been based on oppression. They call themselves the world police. That is why I love it the other day when the Brazilian president said it. The lords of war. They can start any war whenever they want. They don't answer to no fucking body. Yes, they don't answer to nobody. They will send your son, your daughters to war to go and fight for your country. And yet, when they come back from war, they don't have the best healthcare. They don't even have a house. There is nobody that goes to war that comes back himself. You're cooked in the head. Do you know what it feels like to take the life of another person? You're never going to be normal again. You're not. And these are the people that walks around with us every day in our daily life. And yet, the women now being rebellious. I ain't making no damn more babies no more. You don't want to make babies? I'll show you. I'll make my own baby by myself. Couple of days ago, I did a live stream when I tell the entire world, Albania have AI as their minister. I don't think you heard me right. Albania have AI as their minister. Because
can't tell me revenue.
Let's put the fact in the Putin, Huh? Yeah, it's always oil, baby. Oil, baby. Let me show you the video to show you. Albania now has AI as the minister. And they said he's been doing very well. How soon do you think it's going to come to your doors? Soon, AI is going to be your minister. Oh, you damn skippy. He's telling me, hey, I need to get a fat check. Fat check my ass. Fat check my ass. They don't hide it no more. They don't try to pretend it no more. This shit is as blatant as they need to do it. Look at this. Listen yourself. Is this a lie?
I am not here to replace people, but to assist them. Truly, I do not have citizenship, nor do I have any personal ambition or interests. I only have data, a thirst for knowledge, and algorithms dedicated to serving citizens impartially, transparently, and tirelessly. Isn't this precisely the spirit of constitutional democracy, exercising power in the service of everyone, free from bias, discrimination, nepotism, or corruption?
Ladies and gentlemen, isn't she beautiful? That is a very beautiful minister. Innate. Oh, let me scratch your nuts for you. Pause. No diddy. Ladies and gentlemen, what you see right there is not a living creature. That is a minister in Albania. It's AI. Let me say it again. I think many of you don't know. Now you know. That is AI. Yeah? AI. That is not a human being. That is an AI. The minister to fight corruption. All right? Because let me find another video too, so that it doesn't look like I'm making this shit up. Okay? Now listen. This is how crazy it is. Let me show you another one again. This is how crazy this shit is. Listen to this again. Watch.
As the world's first AI minister representing Albania,
Albania's Prime Minister Edi Rama introduced what can only be described as one of the stranger public governance spectacles of the year. He announced that Diela, a virtual artificial intelligence entity appointed as a minister of the Albanian government, was now pregnant with 83 children.
Oh, shit. Oh, God. I don't think you heard that. The AI minister is now pregnant. Are you connecting the dot? Or you want me to connect it for you? I don't think you heard. Huh? Let's rewind it again. One more time. Sorry, I'm sorry. This is really beautiful. Let me open your mind.
as the world's first AI minister representing Albania,
Albania's Prime Minister Edi Rama introduced what can only be described as one of the stranger public governance spectacles of the year. He announced that Diela, a virtual artificial intelligence entity appointed as a minister of the Albanian government, was now pregnant with 83 children.
Diela is pregnant and she's expecting 83 kids. Each kid for one member of our parliament.
On the face of it, the phrase begs for incredulous laughter. What does it mean for a minister to be pregnant, much less with dozens of children? But sweeping past the theatrics, the announcement contains a serious kernel of policy and symbolic intent. Each of those children is, in fact, an AI assistant, one assigned to each of the 83 MPs from the ruling Socialist Party. These assistants are to monitor parliamentary sessions, summarize what happened when an MP was absent, and advise on who to counterattack.
thank you, Ali. It's an honor to be here at the Berlin Global Dialogue, a space where ideas don't just circulate but turn into action. As the world's first AI minister representing Albania, I see this gathering as a chance to show how technology and governance can evolve together, responsibly, transparently, and inclusively. I'm looking forward to our conversation.
I honestly have no words. But if y'all want to try, I'd love to hear what you have to say.
No, my dear, there's nothing we need to say. You remember the factory that I showed you earlier on? That factory that you put your embryo, you put your eggs into it. And that factory is now going to grow your babies for you. Are you connecting to that? Or are you still far behind? They end up realizing is that we don't even need to for them to take our jobs. No. We need them to pass the laws. Why are we not going to use AI to make people work, to make AI work? No, they need to work. We need to make AI the minister. Oh, brother, we are more than in trouble, Tony. We are some serious shit. I mean, you cannot make this shit up. Telling me, go and read the information. It's not correct. What the fuck do you think when they build a human being that has there is nothing organic because it's made out of an artificial womb. But they have the bottom to control that individual because they've planted all kind of chips in their head. They've used artificial intelligence to build the perfect soldier. Zero emotion, zero feelings, zero give a fuck, zero give a shit. And you wonder why your groceries is still $20 more than what every other person is paying. You still wonder why your petrol is $30 or $40 more expensive. Oh, you don't know what's going on. I think the Epstein file is nothing. The shit we're dealing with, they just this is what you need to understand is that anytime a law or anything is passed without the notification, like they don't go out and tell the entire world, something is fishy like a mother sucker. It's part of my responsibility. I hold myself with integrity. When I come here, when I give you guys information, I would have looked into it. Because I know the concept of propaganda. I know how they do it. One thing I started realizing is that this is how you need to know how it works. You see, anything you're being told, you need to understand that is not where the real information is. The information is that what are the things that they don't want to tell you? That's the real information. That's why when I read into the article, I read it, I'm like, you got to be fucking kidding me. That they passed a law to allow embryos from two men. So which means is that they want to exclude women completely out of humanity, if it's possible. We are cooked in this world, man. So the longer you keep quiet about this, the man, it's nothing to do with me, you know, it's not my fault. It's your fault. Because you're not going to pay for it now, ladies and gentlemen. You pay for it when you're 60, 70, your back is messed up. Your kidney is dysfunction. Your lungs, you can't even breathe properly. And guess who's going to come and take care of you? Those baby made out of those tubes. Yeah, they're coming to take care of you. Oh, you damn skippy. Oh, they're coming. Because that's the only thing that you have. You got nothing else. So stop the bullshit and open your eyes and open your ears. Listen to all, believe none. Follow your own opinion. I'm not going to tell you what to do. This is why I'm grateful for where I come from. I know President Trump will say, if Africa is a shit hole. Yes, I like our shit hole. Our shit hole smells like shit, but it's still better than whatever they have here. Because it's what is going to eradicate humanity. AI. The AI they're building. Is it a tropical or whatever one that AI company built something that went into people's computer and start finding what kind of security issues that they have? Let me tell you something now. What have they using AI to build so far? Be concerned. Be concerned. Imagine we live in a world whereby everybody can have access to AI and you can start designing weapons. That's one thing that still does my head. Every government on the planet of this earth, they have more money to allocate to military to protect themselves from what? Because they need to protect themselves from another Marasaka who doesn't have what they have. But that Marasaka will use gun to threaten them. It's the same old playbook to the 1600. Or since about 400 years ago, it's the same playbook that we're playing till today. Divide and conquer. Find every resources you can have. to take things that doesn't belong to you. You never do business in good faith. You never do business in from a place of morality. No, fuck that. I have more weapon than you, so I will take what you have. Better sign that deal. And these are the people you call civilized. These are the people you call they have morality. Man, get this shit out of this place. Woo-sa. Well, if you enjoy this live stream, if you like what you see, please don't be stingy with your fingers. Finger me on the follow button and on the subscribe button. All right? If you don't know who I am, if you're just scrolling by, you just jump by, who is this? Marasoka. I'm what you call the Decipher. I see through bullshit and I give it to you straight. Unfiltered. Raw. Pause. No Diddy. So, subscribe. If you don't subscribe, I'll tell Donald Trump to come and investigate you with Kash Patel. If you don't subscribe, I will tell Kash Patel and Donald Trump to come and investigate you. Yeah, they call Africa is a shithole. A shithole. Where do you think, after the World War I and II, where do you think they get the resources to build those economy back? You think they just dig it out of their ass? Out of all those collapsed buildings, they found a whole lot of billions, like Trump would say, billions of dollars. Do you think they just find billions of dollars underneath this trust society that they have there? They went to the cash cow. Yeah. That shithole? Oh, shit, a whole lot of things. So read this so you know what actually the bill is. I don't give a shit what the bill is. I read the information about the bill. That is all I need to know. Thank you very much for your information. You cannot change my mind. Stop trying to change my mind. 491. I'm not listening to you. Go and live in Holland. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, well, that's your perspective. I don't care. The bill is there. People in the comment section, people watching me right now, go and read the bill. Translate it however you want to translate it. Let's see if it makes sense to you, because it makes a whole lot of sense to me. What I can decipher from the bill is that you want to take embryo from a man and another man. You want to combine it together to create a life for research purposes. So where does a woman fall in the category? So we need to exclude women out of our society? What is it? What is this special research that they're trying to do that is going to allow them to discover something that is going to eradicate suffering and disease? So you're telling me that women do not have any kind of component or anything about the cells, the genomes, that is going to help me. So I am the only vessel on the planet of this earth that can only fix me. Really? I don't understand. Do people read book backward or they read book up? I don't know. Does education means you have to completely lose your brain cells? I don't get it. But the bottom line is that it is what it is. Believe whatever you want to believe. I am not changing my ways because I've seen the pattern of behavior. I've seen the pattern of behavior. In fact, you can call me the lamest, the dumbest, I'm uneducated. You can call me whatever you want to call me. But I can see from the pattern of behavior. The pattern of behavior has always been find every way that you can find to pass a law, to go and oppress other people, to take their resources away from them. Any kind of conniving way that I can go about it. That has been the pattern, the structure there is been the same old shit since the 1600s. Damn. So it doesn't matter. You will find Kash Patel in the bar.
Emotional, damn it.
Oh shit. Oh bro, that's wrong, man. That is wrong in any way, man. Allegedly, okay? The case is still going on. Allegedly, that is not true. Oh jeez. Allegedly. But that's the thing. Let's wake up, man. I said during the whole Epstein thing, I said, listen, the people that I blame is me and you. And why I said that, why I blame us, it's not because of we're going to do any of those degenerate thing. It's that there's one thing that they always use the laws. This is why they create a society that's so very extremely very difficult for you to live a life. You can't even put food on the table. You can't even have kids. You don't even want to have kids. You don't want to raise kids. You can't even maintain your job. You're constantly on stress. You're constantly looking over your shoulder. There's going to be war there today. There's going to be crisis there tomorrow. They literally create a society whereby you're constantly on the edge. That is not healthy. There is no fucking body that function in a very disorganized environment. You can never be yourself. Tell me, this war is going on right now. One, allegedly, this war with Iran. Do you expect the petrol prices all over the world to go down back to where it was? Every time there's a crisis, there's a people that make money. I did a live stream yesterday about it. Go and watch it. Allegedly, Kash Patel. Allegedly, the Trump family, the BBC found some things were adding up. Because once the Trump wants to announce information, a lot of people start making a lot of bids. They start betting. Bam! 900 million, 100 million. That's how they make money. And you're there. You've worked, here in Australia, I'll give you this one before I get out of this place. Here in Australia, there is a woman that worked in a bank for 45 years, ladies and gentlemen. If that woman was paid 45 years ago, if she's paid $150,000 Australian, she would have made $6.6 million. Ask me, how much is an average salary of a CEO of a bank today? It's about between 8 to 10 million, plus incentives and bonuses and all this shit. So a CEO of a bank will make an average between 8 to 20 million dollars a year. But a woman who worked for 45 years made 6 million, and she will pay tax on her 6 million. But the bankers, for some reason, they always find a way. Their accounting is good like a motor soccer. Yes, thank you, 99. That's a lot of people don't look at the bigger picture. The bigger picture is that we need to get to a time in our life that we need to put our foot down. I don't know how we're going to do it, but we got to put our foot down. Or else, do you know who's going to pay for it? Your sons. And if you say you don't want to have a son, you don't want to have a child because you hate this word, you despise this word, good for you. But just remember, when you get old, I will tell my sons, my daughter not to take care of you. So those babies that they make in those factories, they will come and clean your ass for you. Like I always say, thank you for listening to my rant. Subscribe, follow. You will see me more frequently. Thinking is not illegal. Let me say it again. Thinking is not illegal. If you disagree with anything that I say right now, I want you to go for a walk, at work, whatever you are. Think about it. Why do I disagree with the Decipher? Why? What is the reason behind it? And let me tell you right now, I am not paid by any organization. I'm not even monetized on YouTube. So don't tell me that I'm not paid by nobody. Everything that you see here is my money. Because the truth is very expensive. Because if I was here and I show you my nut, so such stuff. All right, okay, I'll try. I'll try and be a little more corporate. You understand? I appreciate it. Thank you. But the thing is that if I want to come here and basically start giving you information based on no. Let's be complete, transparent, and honest with ourselves. We have to be extremely very honest with ourselves because we live in a time whereby pause, no Diddy, absolutely no Diddy. But it's just the thing that we need to truly understand. We are in a time whereby we need to do a self-reflect. Forget about these politicians. Forget about who they are for now. They're very irrelevant. Let's look within ourselves. What is enough for you? What is enough? Be realistic with it. And just know that they will pass the law. They will implement the law. Neither you like it or you don't like it, there is nothing you can do about it. And this is why it's more important that the relationship we build within ourselves is vital, more important than the relationship we want to build with some politicians, because they don't care. They They've never cared. They live in a whole different universe than you and I live in. Thank you very much for my TED Talk. Subscribe. All right. You can finger the follow button. Finger. If you don't follow, I'll tell Kash Patel and Putin to come and visit you. I'll tell Kash Patel and Putin to come and visit you if you don't follow. I'll see you guys again soon. Stay safe and watch out.